going on YouTube? My name is Kyle.
And I'm Han.
And we'd like to welcome you back to the CHOI channel. Alright, so we know we haven't had time to film a lot due to school, but now that we do have some time, we'd like to come at you with some NBA discussion.
So, the regular season's coming to a close, and me and you should try to guess who's going to win each regular season award.
Alright.
As well as predict, who's going to win in the playoffs.
Right.
And ultimately, try to guess who wins the whole thing.
Whole chip, yep. And that being said, hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go! Alright, so first award we have is the most valuable player. Who do you have, Han?
I got Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro.
Giannis.
So right now, Giannis is averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. He's dominating both sides of the floor. So a two-way player, playing defense, blocking shots.
Yeah.
Here comes Gasol, running start. I'm going to throw back. Giannis going against Holiday inside, little step through, and Gasol not even going.
Right.
And lately, man, that jumper's looking a lot better too.
Right, he has improved his jumper from last year.
This is what you hope he can get better at and do. And if you're Quinn, you're saying, listen, I will get...
Yeah, I noticed that was his liability from last year. He has improved that from this year. And that's part of the reason why his team's on top.
And, the Bucks are the best team in the league right now. They have
true.
55 wins right now, on pace for 60 wins. And, if we look at the past MVP awards have been given out to the best player and the best team.
Yeah,
NBA history.
That is true. You gotta have wins. If you want to win that award. All right, so Giannis certainly has an interesting case, and another player, that's also running for this award is James Harden.
Oh, the bearded one, huh?
Yep. This season he's been averaging 36 points, 7 assists per game, 6 rebounds, and about 2 steals. And he's been scoring the ball a lot for the Rockets this season.
Crazy cooking.
Harden trying to get free. Down to 3, down to 2, it's a 3, good!
Yeah, and it's almost like he had to, because with Clint Capella and Chris Paul being out in the beginning of the season, I could argue that if he didn't do that much scoring, then
they wouldn't have won all of those games.
Right, and the Rockets
the playoffs.
Right, yeah. It's kind of like he had to in a way. Like a lot of people, right? Yeah, a lot of people forget that. And as far as defense, it's always been like a stigma against the guy, that he doesn't play defense.
Shaq and the fool who's just standing there.
Right. Yeah, so he has been improving like the rebounds and the couple steals per game. And it's just again I still think the Rockets would be in the playoff contention still if it wasn't for him. I remember he was averaging 30 plus points for about 30 games, dude. Yeah, so my pick would have to be James Harden. Alright, so that's our MVP pick. And next up we have Rookie of the Year.
No, Kyle, I gotta go with Trae Young as my Rookie of the Year.
Nice Trae.
Since All-Star break, Trae Young's been averaging 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists per game. He's been shooting 45% from the field, 40% from 3. And, he's the best passer among all the rookies.
Rely a lot on those three-point shots. How about that?
His game is really showing signs of maturity. People thought he was going to be a chucker or a bust coming into the league.
Right.
Drafted third.
Yeah. Because, he did shoot a lot. He's known for shooting.
And it's starting to warm up here a little bit.
Long launch, Young, showing that range.
And, he had a game winner against the Sixers recently.
Right, yeah.
Plays it into Trae. 2 seconds, one. Trae's floater.
I think I have a better case for who rookie.
Who else?
Luka Doncic. So this guy, he's averaging 21 points per game. The highest amongst the rookies. 5 assists per game. About 7 rebounds per game. Not just the stats. He has the stats, but it's just the maturity that he plays with. Just confidence, because I know that he's been playing professionally over in Europe.
Stretch out to the 3-point line. Doncic.
So he might have gone against NBA players already, and I think that's a big factor, man. Nothing can prepare you better than going against the real thing. And there were games where he showed signs of he can take over the game down the stretch.
It's a state of affairs in the last 30 seconds, with Houston having an 8-point lead, then cut to 5, and now
that one game against Portland.
Got it.
There it is. The corner, Luka.
All right, so that's the wrap up our Rookie of the Year, and next we have the Sixth Man's Award. we both think Lou Will should deserve this award. Lou. Yep. Yeah, it's just because how well the Clippers are doing, and no one thought that they would be in the playoff, including me. And a large part of that has to do with Lou, being the clutch player that he is, better in the game. Yep.
5 seconds to go, tie game, seatbelts are fastened. Lou Williams for the win!
Alright, so next up we got most improved player. And I think our pick should be D'Angelo Russell.
Right, yeah.
So, all his stats are up. He's having a career year. He's leading Brooklyn back into the playoffs.
Right. So, yeah, not only him is improving, like, his team is also improving. Like, who would have thought the Nets in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's a wild prediction.
Right.
And he's doing it with, his ice in his veins, man.
Bro, that clutchness.
Up by Kuzma. Russell. Got it! Ice in the veins. D'Angelo Russell.
Alright, so next up we have the Defensive Player of the Year award. And so, Han, which one do you have?
Man, I got my man Paul George.
Paul George.
Leading the league in steals, at like 2 point something per game. And, really getting to those passing lanes and making it hard for these, skilled guards in the league to, do their thing.
That's true. The league also, they have a lot of talented guards, and it is hard to guard them.
Expected to be a contributor. There's a steal by Paul George, took it right away from Jackson. No.
But I just think my pick would have to be Rudy Gobert, bro, from the Utah Jazz. Yeah, I mean, he's top 5 in rebounds, top 5 in blocks, and the Utah Jazz is one of the teams that give up the least amount of points per game, and I think that's largely because of Rudy and his presence in the paint.
Utah, and 2 for Rudy.
This is a high one here, Bowler. He gets the fingertips on.
All right, so we're gonna give you our predictions for who's gonna come out the Western Conference. No, it's pretty much set who's gonna be in and out the playoffs.
Teams are basically fighting, for positions at this point.
Right.
No one wants to play the Warriors.
Yeah,
be the A seed.
Right. Yeah, that's about it. And I think ultimately, it's just the Warriors gonna come out the West again, bro.
You think so?
Right. Yeah, I just think they just have so much experience, and I just don't see any team catching up to them.
And history does repeat itself,
Right.
But the thing is, I like the Rockets, I think they're coming.
You do.
This might be their year, I really like how they match up with Golden State. And if they're healthy this go around, they'll have a healthy Chris Paul. Last year they were lacking that floor general, but I think this year they could push them to 7 games if they meet.
Right.
Hopefully get to that chip.
Yep. If they do, it will definitely be a good 7-game series. Okay, so now we have the Eastern Conference, and the playoff race is pretty tight right now in the East. It's really 4 teams that's fighting for the last spot, the 8th spot, which is they're the Heat, the Pistons, the Magic, and the Nets. And it's really up for grabs, right? It's
fair game at this point, with all these records and how they're fighting.
Yeah, their schedule, I would say difficulty is the same.
And to make it out the East, we think there's only 4 contenders.
That's true.
There's the Bucks, the Raptors, the 76ers, and the Celtics.
Yeah, those 4 teams. And for me, I think it's gonna be the Celtics. It's gonna come out.
Think?
Yeah, I know. It's
hot take.
The argument against them is that have been some struggle within the team.
Yeah, this year, they've had new faces.
Right.
With Kyrie and Hayward coming back, and the young players, struggling to, find their niche.
Yeah, and but I just because the fact that they were so close last year, I just feel like that experience is gonna help them.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, this year, I got the Bucks. They're coming in hot.
Yeah.
They surrounded Giannis with shooters.
Right.
So you have that guy you play through. Then you got guys like Chris Middleton. You know what I'm saying? Brook Lopez who could shoot the 3. You got Eric Bledsoe.
Right.
Tough floor general. So I like the Bucks this year, man.
Yeah, they're definitely intriguing. Yeah, they have some tough parts. All right, so just some final thoughts. Who do you got winning it all this year, huh?
I got the Rockets taking it all the way, man.
Rockets.
Yeah, what about you, Kyle?
Really? Well, I'm gonna have to go with the Warriors. That's 3 feet.
All right, so that's it for today's video.
Yep. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below. Who you guys think is gonna be in the playoffs, and make sure to subscribe. Peace.